Hi friends, welcome to Lying Around Sewing. My name is Megan and today I'm going to my first farmer's market for this season. I've never sold at a farmer's market before. This farmer's market is actually in my hometown, so it's not very far at all. And I don't know what to expect, but I did want to vlog it and hopefully I'll have a couple of different vlogs about it. Probably not like every weekend because that would be a lot. And I also don't know how many weekends I'll be doing it, but I am paying for the whole season, which is April to October. It was supposed to be last Saturday was supposed to be the opening day for the farmer's market, but it was raining and flooding, so they moved it to this weekend as opening weekend. And it goes to October 25th. And I wasn't gonna go to the opening one last weekend if it was, because I was still postpartum and I wasn't allowed to like lift a whole lot of stuff. I'm still restricted on what I can lift right now, but I knew I'd be going by myself because Joey is staying home with the baby. But yeah, this is the first event since the baby. I'm officially 1 month postpartum, which I'm like, girl, you're crazy. But I just can't sit still, and I love what I do. I love my job and I want to work. And also being cooped up in the house for a month, I'm like, I want to do something. I want to sell stuff, and I've been making a whole lot of new things and I can't wait to show you guys. So let's go set up. It is currently 6:45. It opens at 8. So I've been up since 4-ish because that's what time the baby needed to eat. And then I decided, like, why don't I just stay up? Because she can go 4 hours through the night without eating. So then that'll put it around 8 o'clock that she needs to eat. And then Joey can sleep in a little bit. And I'm like, I might as well just get up so that I can get some more stuff done. I made another bib, which I'll show you guys, and then get all my stuff packed up. So it worked out well and I'm not too tired. So that's good. But I will see you guys there. All right, we're about 2 hours in, but here is the setup. I've been trying to make a few more things. And the claw machine with the peeps has really been, this is the only thing that I've sold so far. But I think I've made like $10 off of it. So the kids love it. And then I've also been putting the little eggs in here and putting like free sticker, or one of them had like a $5 off like coupon, and of course the first person that plays it got it, but that's okay. There's not another one in there. Maybe like next weekend I might put one in there. But here's a cute little basket, and I did add a yellow peep that I just finished. Now we got a bunny, and then we have the hats up here, but I only have like the leafy on hat really. So I wasn't making this like priority, but I hung the shirts up as well. And then this little guy I've had forever, and I recently found him in my closet at my mom's, because I used to take him to conventions and then, you know, wanted to make room for other things. And the Minecrafts have been getting a lot of love. And then we just have a few beanies. I need to get the beanies from the game shop. So I was going to check in a few times, but I just keep getting distracted doing other things. So we've got 30 minutes left till 1 o'clock when it's over. And people are already starting to pack up. And I'm going to slowly do the same. But it went really good. And the claw machine was a big hit. So that's my plan, is to at least once a month rotate what's in the claw machine. Because a lot of them are the vendors' kids coming and spending and like paying $1 to play. And then every once in a while I throw in an egg that has like maybe a keychain or like a free sticker piece of paper, or like a coupon for like $5 off. So I think that's fun too, because then when they see an egg in there, they come back and like try to play to win. And then also the fun thing that they like to do is I tell them if they can grab like 2 or 3 that they get whatever they win for $1. So that is fun. And having different colors I think is good too, because I have pink, purple, and blue. And they want to come back and they want to try to get one of every color. So I think that's good too, to have a variety so that they'll come back. But I sold a Mothman hat, which was really exciting. The guy was very happy that I had Mothman. And they also bought a creeper and a cutlery set, the nursing one, with the little stethoscopes and stuff. So I was glad that I sold that, because that was one of the main things that I made. I didn't make very many, but I have like the Animal Crossing fabric that I love so much. And I think these will sell good at conventions too, if, you know, the people aren't here for Animal Crossing or like Mickey and Minnie. I also have some like horse fabric and cows, and I think that's what will sell here. I think what I'm gonna do is do monthly farmers market vlogs instead of trying to do one every week, because I probably just won't have a lot of footage. So but I can recap. Oh, there's a spider. Oh, he's gone. He's a little bitty spider. There he goes. There he goes. Yeah. But yeah, I have a list going of things that I want to remember to bring. Sorry, I got the baby hairs growing back from pregnancy. But I want to get a tablecloth that like fits to my table so it doesn't blow away. This banner thing, or the thing I have for the hats, I think I want to just make a wall on the back that I can just like clip up and then clip the hats to, because I did have this fall down because it wasn't secure. I did zip tie it to the tent now, but I don't want to have to use a zip tie every time. And I think just having just a sheet that has holes cut in it or something back here that I can attach to the wall will be nice. Other things on the list, I definitely want to make more Minecraft stuff because the movie just came out. And I had a little like cubicle that I made back here with tablecloths and stuff, where I would go and use my manual breast pumps to pump milk, because I didn't bring the baby with me, but I still gotta get the milk out. So that was a good idea to do that too. I think I'm gonna start packing up. Everyone else is already starting to pack up. I can do a little pan. Yeah, but this is kind of just what it looks like. There's a food vendor over here and it's been smelling so good. I will let you guys know what the total is that I made when I get back home, and we'll see you in the next one. All right, it's April 19th. We're back at the farmer's market today. The wind is blowing. I think it's like 10 to 15 miles per hour today. I'm gonna start looking ahead of time, and I think this is the max that I would do. So let me show you guys what the setup looks like right now because of the wind. So we already have the ling cats blown over, but I did have this a little bit taller, just one single tier, but the wind blew it over and all my beanies fell off. So we put the beanies away because it is like almost 90 today. We've put the stickers in a binder, and I'll probably just keep it in here. They definitely don't get as much look-sees, but if people do like look at it, I tell them they can flip through it, and that there's stickers. And I probably need to write like on each page the price. We just have a little Magikarp hat here, and then we have all our plushies in baskets, because what I found out is I do not want to set up the grid wall every Saturday. So we're trying baskets today, things that stack, like these little ones, or these little collapsible ones are very nice. So we have some creepers. I made a few this morning since the Minecraft movie just came out. And then eventually I want to get some more different designs of these travel cutlery things. None of my big peeps sold. I gave a few away. So I guess I'm going to have to give some more away, or hope that maybe people at conventions. I just think they're so freaking cute, but like nobody wants them. What? And I only had one of these big bunnies. And then we have some bibs. And again, I want to make more of these because I think when you have more of the same type of item, it gives people more options to choose from. And then I can do a deal, because I want to do a deal with these two, one for 20 or two for 30. And then of course the claw machine is the hit of this whole thing. So if anything, I at least make like $10 to $20 off of it. I think today we've made almost 10, and it's a pretty slow day. I sold one of my pillows, and I've had these for years. They've been in my closet, but
I like that I can bring out some of my older stuff and it sells. And then this is the setup for the hats, which is very nice. I just have a bunch of bungee cords strapped together, kind of like a clothesline for dirty laundry, and I'm loving it. Unfortunately, my neighbor on this side didn't show up today, and then my neighbor on this side already left about 30 minutes ago. So I am kind of by myself on this wall, and I probably will pack up in like 30 or so minutes if it doesn't get busy. And that's the good thing about this farmer's market, is we can show up whenever we want, we can pack up whenever we want. For the most part though, they ask people to come set up at the same time so that the cars aren't in the area, like, because you can pull your car up and unpack it. So that's nice. So if I need to get home to the baby, I can. And that's what I'm thinking today, because it is pretty slow, which it is Easter weekend. I either expected a lot of people to be here or not a lot of people to be here. I almost got tablecloths last weekend, and then I was like, no, I need to kind of save some money. Plus I spent all the money I made last week on the table and on groceries. We only have made like $22, and that might be around what we make today. So sometimes I think it's going to be worth it, and sometimes not so much. So that's why I'm going to prioritize conventions and my usual like life stuff. Like, of course, if my family is going to go somewhere for the weekend, I'm going to do that instead of the farmer's market. Well, I just sold my cat, like, leopard hat that was over here for $35. So it's pretty good. I mean, if I think about it in hours, technically, like, if I were to be working, I charge myself like $25 an hour. So, and I've been here since 7, but that's okay. We're getting our name out there, and you know, that's the whole idea. But a cute little girl bought the cat hat, so perfect.
I just wanted to talk about what the farmer's market is like for my town. It goes from April to October, like 25th, I think. So basically April to all of October. And it was $125 for a 10 by 10 space at my farmer's market. And for this, you have to have made your stuff, like craft. You have to, Ridley, stop. You have to grow or make it. So for my stuff, it counts because I am creating and sewing and embroidery and things like that from my own creations. So you can also sell your produce. You can sell your eggs if you have chickens, or if you have a farm, you can sell your honey, things like that. But they only allow things that you created, and specifically people in our town or surrounding counties. The farmer's market is every Saturday from the April to October from 8 a.m. to 1 p.m. And this is rain or shine. Even though our first one was supposed to be April 5th, and they did end up canceling it because we had flooding and tornado warnings. If there is severe weather, I'm sure that they would cancel it, but I did do one where it was kind of like sprinkling and raining, and there was still people there. But you can also tell them that you're not going to make it if for some reason, like, we usually have about 40 vendors, I would say. And the one event where it did look like it was going to pour, there was maybe like 10 of us. The good thing about this is, even though I paid for the whole season, I don't have to be there every single Saturday. So if I want to do something with my family, or if I have another convention, they don't mind. They understand. They just would like a little bit of a heads up. At least like a day's notice in case somebody else wants to fill my spot. Because they do also offer, for $12, you can pay for just the day to come and set up. And this is, again, outside for the farmer's market in a 10 by 10 space. So they recommend you bring a tent because of weather. But also you have to bring your own table and chairs and everything. And the first time, I did forget a chair. Luckily, my neighbor let me borrow one. And I am going to break it down for each month. So this is April, and this is the first month of the farmer's market. And I don't have a lot of footage because there's not a whole lot to talk about. All right, I'm not sure if I said it in the video because this was filmed a while ago. This is April. It is now May. I've done a couple of farmer's markets days since then, but for my very first day at the farmer's market, which was April 12th, we made $135. So already for the first market, we made back our table. So I'm so excited, and I am looking forward to doing it more Saturdays. The weather's been kind of nasty, but I was happy that at least that first Saturday and the first opening of the farmer's market, I already made back my table. So let's talk about some big ticket items that sold for that one. I sold a Mothman hat, which is my first Mothman hat to ever sell. It didn't sell at all at MegaCon, so I was really happy that the customer was so excited to have a Mothman hat. And they are going to be, I think, my biggest customers for the farmer's market, because they just bought from me again last weekend and spent another like $20 or so. So I think that they're going to be a good customer, and they're going to keep me afloat, honestly. I also sold a creeper, which I sell those for $15. And then my cutlery sets, which if you haven't seen are really cool. I think I showed them in the video, but they're made out of cotton fabric, and you can put your utensils, or some people put crochet hooks or makeup utensils, and you can roll it up and keep those things safe. The other thing that I'm really excited about for the farmer's market is my claw machine that you might have saw. The kids loved it, especially the vendor kids that are with, their parents that are selling, and they ask them for $1. They're like, hey mom, can I have $1? And then they come and play the claw machine, and I had little peeps in them for this because it was before Easter, and I had 3 different colors, so even if they played it 3 different times, they were excited to get a different color. And then I also occasionally put eggs in there that have a little note or something. Sometimes it's a free sticker. Sometimes one person got $5 off, and then they got 2 free, they picked stickers for their $5 off. Things like that. And I try to put an egg in there every once in a while. And then when I put the egg in, one of the kids would run over to get it. So that's been really fun to actually use my claw machine a little bit more, other than mystery keychains is what I've been using it for. And just to see if people would pay it for $1, which I make those little peeps, or the little things that go in my claw machine. I make them on my embroidery machine, and then I cut them and turn them inside out and stuff them. So $1 is a pretty good profit. I sold some stickers, and I also sold one of my axolotl pillows. I only have Crim left, the little red axolotls, but once those pillows are gone, I'm not making any more. I've had those for 2 years now, and I'm just ready for them to not take up space on my table, and I'm selling them for $10 now. I started selling them at $20. I'm not sure if anyone actually ever bought them at $20. And I also sold a keychain. I think it was actually an Anya keychain. I don't remember exactly, but I was really excited. And then the only other day I got to do in April, or other weekend I got to do in April, was April 19th. This was right before Easter, and I made $54. So not as good. I honestly thought that Easter would be people would come and be in town for Easter weekend and want to go out and maybe buy some things and shopping, because we also have people at the farmer's market also have bread and eggs, and if you're cooking, Easter, you got deviled eggs. I thought that people would be coming to the farmer's market for that, but it was definitely a slower weekend, but still made $54, so that's good. I sold an owl pillow for $5. I've had these forever. They've just been kind of sitting in my closet because I don't have the room to take them to conventions. But with the 10x10 space, I can bring more stuff that usually wouldn't do good. And it's just this really furry fabric that has little owls on it. It's really cute. I had, looks like 9 people play the claw machine, or 9 plays on the claw machine, and 2 stickers. And then someone bought a cat hat for their daughter at the last hour. And it was one of my hats that have the fur and there's cat ears. And she was super excited about it, even though it was pretty hot outside. She still wore that hat. So yeah, that is all for April. The next Saturday, it looked like it was gonna rain, and we were still painting and finally moving stuff into the new sewing room. I decided to just take that Saturday off to kind of get our house organized and get the baby's room fixed up. And then it turned out it didn't even rain, and there was quite a few people there. I think it was a decent turnout, but nobody was crazy bragging about it. Everyone's saying that the people will really start coming in the summer when school's out and people are more ready to go to the farmer's market and more produce comes in. So that's when you get all your fruits, like your strawberries are coming in, and all your vegetables like, you know, lettuce, tomatoes, all of those are going to be coming in. So people are going to be coming to the farmer's market to get those and hopefully come by and see me as well. I'm definitely kind of the odd one out at the farmer's market. There's a lot of people that have plants or they make like breads and stuff, and those people do sell out, like especially the people that sell breads. But I'm hoping that people are like, oh, you know, this is a great gift for my son's birthday, my kid's birthday, or their kids are coming with them now that school's out and they're home. They're like, let's get the kids out of the house, let's go to the farmer's market, and they bring their kids, and the kids are like, I want to play the claw machine, or I want this Minecraft creeper. And that's gonna be my in, you know, those are gonna be my people. So I look forward to it. I've had a lot of fun. It's been a little difficult keeping everything in my car because I don't want to take it all out and then put it all right back in, since I'm doing it like every week for the most part. So honestly, the tent and tables and everything have been living in my car. And if anything, this has showed us that we need to get a bigger car. But we gotta get the sewing room like paid off and organized right now. So that'll have to sit on the back burner. And medical bills for the baby's birth. Yeah, I'm excited. I do have a convention coming up. It's a little one-day library convention, but I'm super excited about that one. And I am gonna have to miss the farmer's market for it, but I do think that I'll make more money at this one than I would at the farmer's market. But I hope you guys enjoyed this little bit of footage, some short clips. I'll try to get some more in the future, but honestly, it's pretty slow. I don't have a lot to talk about. I usually change my setup every single time. That's fun to play around with. But I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.